Hello, and welcome to the Mary Houlihan Show.
What if MrBeast redeemed himself?
What?
He was on David Letterman's Netflix show?
How do you guys like it?
Like, we're good because we agree on most stuff. He's bad.
Yeah.
Go fuck.
Yeah.
Priest. Fuck adults. I hate that guy. Oh my God. He's the worst. We're not going to say it. Did you just email and say, can
Yeah.
I be a nun? What'd they say?
Harming children on an island.
Total piece of shit.
Hello, and welcome to the Mary Houlihan Show. Today, we are joined by esteemed guest, Michael Burns. Clap, 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 clap. Should I call you Michael Burns or Michael O'Neill Burns?
You can say Michael Burns. That's fine. That's my name.
Michael Burns. Michael, how do I become a YouTube star like yourself?
How do you become a YouTube star? You got to just watch a lot of MrBeast videos.
Yes, and do exactly
and
that.
do what he does. Take notes. Research ways you could kidnap people.
Yes.
Figure out how to put poor people in a situation where they have to do dehumanizing things for the potential of money.
Did you see MrBeast on David Letterman's Netflix show?
He was on David Letterman's Netflix show?
It's really surreal and crazy.
Fuck, I'm gonna watch that now, even though I don't want to.
His name is Jimmy, right?
Jimmy Donaldson, I think.
Jimmy Donaldson.
I
So
interviewed for
Jimmy.
a job with him once.
Uh-huh.
Well, not with him, with like his team.
Oh, okay.
And it was really psychotic.
Yes. And you were interviewing to be a prisoner of some sort.
I was not interviewing a prisoner. Someone reached out to me on. Have you heard of LinkedIn?
I've heard of it.
It's where professionals go.
Yes.
To socialize, I guess. But
Yes,
someone on
and talk
LinkedIn-
about B2B sales.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever just read the post? On LinkedIn?
Yeah, they're crazy.
Why does everyone do this? It's so performative. Is that do they have to do it to make money?
I think they do it to stay in the loop.
Yeah.
So that people think that, so they're top of mind when people are hiring.
I guess so. But someone on LinkedIn reached out and was like, you'd be a great fit for this job at MrBeast Industries.
Mm-hmm.
And then they were like, we move you to North Carolina and pay for your house for 3 months. And all this stuff that got me kind of like, oh.
Could be fun. Could be a fun adventure.
I've always wanted to live in rural North Carolina.
Yes.
I didn't mean that to be mean. Like, shout out to rural North Carolina.
Out.
But yeah, then the interview was really weird. And they were like mean to me. And then my final interview was with a woman that had really active COVID, and she kept talking about how bad her COVID was. It was like video, so.
Okay.
But they were mad that they asked me. We tell you that you have 48 hours to set up a shoot where we run a train through a brick wall.
Uh-huh.
And they're like, "What do you do?" And I was like, "Well, first I got to figure out where I'm going to get all these goddamn bricks." And I just talked for like 5 minutes about acquiring bricks. And then this woman with really bad COVID was like, I'm going to stop you right there. The first thing you should have asked me is why a train and why bricks?
What?
It was kind of nuts. Like, what would you have said? If I said to you, your job's on the line, you have to produce a shoot where a train runs through a wall, a brick wall. What do you do?
I would say, fucking... I don't know what I'd say.
See, they'd probably like that better because at least you're kind of like, I don't know, this seems dumb. And they would be like, exactly.
Right, yes.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. Well, yeah, so David Letterman goes to the compound in North Carolina, and he shows him like men that he's keeping in a prison.
Wait, for real, right? You probably, okay, just making sure.
Yeah, 2 guys that are in prison for a year, and he's like, how do you guys like it? And he's it's really interesting. Like, I don't know why David Letterman wanted to interview him, if someone on the staff or someone in his family
I know he has a son,
MrBeast,
and his son's younger. So my best case read on the scenario is David Letterman wanted to make his son proud or happy.
There you go.
And everyone else he interviews, his kid's probably like, John Mulaney, who cares?
Boring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he was like, oh, MrBeast,
Yes.
you know?
It's like, I get that he is an interesting subject because he's built a huge thing. He creates jobs.
Real job creator, for sure.
Yeah. But not the best interview subject.
I could see that. He always just
Yeah.
says real crazy stuff. Recently, he talked about he doesn't have any money now.
Yes, he was talking a lot about that, and like all of the episodes of his show, he's giving away like hundreds of thousands of dollars, and and so then he has to start these like chocolate businesses and Lunchable businesses to make money to give away on the show.
It's really bad. I mean, we're having fun here, so I don't want to make the mood bad, but I do think like the MrBeastification
Sure.
of the internet is like where all society and culture is going and represents something really terrifying. And the way he talks about what he does and why he does what he does and how he does it, it's one of those things that maybe you have like business bro mode on and you're like, okay, but then if you put your human hat back on, it's just horrifying stuff.
I guess my thing, whenever I hear people complain about shitty YouTube shows, whether it's MrBeast or Kill Tony, I feel like, oh, but they're proving that like we can just like make a show on YouTube though. Why don't we just do that? And because we're funny and talented, we'll make a good one. And then everyone's like, no, shut up.
Well, but that's the thing, right? I think I agree with what you're saying. However, you know, is MrBeast, I guess that's a question of like, how is he talented? Is he talented in making things that are creatively, artistically compelling, that have a fun comedic undertone, that teach you things along the way? Like, no, it's like
he's good at
pure
YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But and that's the thing. So then it raises the question of, can you actually just make your own good thing? Or to make something on YouTube that's successful, do you have to make it a YouTube thing?
Sure.
And think in that conceptual framework. And then if that is what you have to do, how much does that limit what you can do with the thing? Obviously, you don't have to worry about this on the Mary Houlihan show.
Yes, quality is top tier.
Yeah.
Well, I don't have that many subscribers on YouTube. I have some friends that have lots of subscribers, yourself included, and everyone talks about like having to play YouTube a little bit. What does that look like?
Having to play YouTube means thinking about, I guess, like two things a lot that I don't like thinking about. One of those is the first 30 to 60 seconds of a video.
Sure.
And really nailing like what's happening right off the top. Are you starting with a sort of like, you guys ever think about how, you know, like sort of thing like that? But so a lot of that stuff. And then what they call packaging, a word I do not like.
Sure.
Describing the title and thumbnail thing. So like that's,
yeah,
it just,
and it's all,
it's a lot of that. Luckily it's moving away from that.
Oh,
That trend seems to be fading.
what's the trend now?
Which I like. For the younger generation, like Gen Z, it's a bit of like, you still do the face, but it's more of like a, or maybe like a, and then it's just like pictures of stuff or like screenshots of like TikToks.
Okay.
And I don't understand what any of these kids are talking about. They're doing well though.
Sure,
They're doing well.
yeah.
And then I think for the older folks, you can go a little more stylistic. I think people are using interesting colors, finding cool photography. Because I think people are genuinely starting to get sick of anything that looks like it could be AI.
Yes.
Which is then forcing people, and I think this is a good thing, to make stuff that looks more human and original.
I like, what's the name of this one guy? You know this one guy? He's funny and he has funny thumbnails. Do you know who I mean?
That's a lot of people. Is this
his
real?
eyes are like popping out in his thumbnails.
That's a lot of guys
You
too.
must know who I
That's
mean.
so many people. That's so many people. The eye popping thing I hate.
He like he'll make himself look like a rat fink drawing. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think you're talking about a real person. I think you're just going to keep saying stuff. But that's the thing. You could keep making it up and we could find it. Like we could find the thing.
Well, check him out.
I came here to talk really seriously. I came here to like share high level YouTube strategy. Now we're just making things up.
I like FD Signifier.
You're just saying that because all white people have to say they like FD Signifier, so they're not problematic.
I like his videos. Sometimes I don't.
Which one's your favorite?
I don't like all of his takes.
Which one's your favorite? Name one of his videos.
Tyler Perry.
Okay, that is the video that he made. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. I don't agree with all of his political takes, but I like his vids.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just feel like there's so much there's so much crap on YouTube, and it's like let's just like look at the good things, right?
But there are so many good things.
Yeah, for sure.
Before
pop the balloon.
No,
that's a joke. That's a joke.
Well, before we started filming, when I was using my real voice and you were using your real voice.
Yes.
I was talking about a channel I like where someone talks about art theory and philosophy and capitalism and also stops to talk about tea. Mm-hmm. I find that really nice.
Yeah.
And very pleasing and very human.
Sure.
And you couldn't do that in a lot of other formats.
I really like slow vids where someone's just like gardening or pitching their tent in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Stuff like that's great.
I know. It's
like that's I like
fun.
Road trip things where people put like a camera on a car.
Mm-hmm.
Anything that's like nature, which is cool that we live in a world where we have to like watch nature on YouTube to feel like we're connected to it in any way.
Here's what I think what's cool about YouTube. So we have these entertainment company mergers every couple years. And so now we don't have TV channels anymore. Mm-mm. We have 1 or 2 or 3 streaming options. But back in the old days, there were these channels called the History Channel and Discovery Channel and TLC and A&E. And I feel like all of that programming that belongs on those channels is on YouTube now.
I've truly never thought about it quite that way, but I think that's kind of true.
Yeah,
because there were channels.
Smart.
Yeah, it was a very smart point. Yeah, because there used to be stuff on TV that was both entertaining, but you could like learn some stuff.
Yes.
Like there's a History Channel once. There was a History Channel once. History Channel once had a series. I think it was something, and it was like about the 50 states, and Cliff, the mailman from Cheers, was the host. I think.
Cool.
And he was always like, "Hey guys," and he had like an RV or something. We just like go to a different state and learn stuff about it. I was like, as a teenager, I loved watching stuff like that. It was really nice. But now,
so that's what's cool.
Because all those channels turned into like reality TV things.
Yes. Yeah. Which is not a lot of learning.
No, not a lot of learning.
I've been sleuthing around. I'm trying to make a video about the Paramount Warner Brothers merger. Mm-hmm. So I've been sleuthing and talking to TV film crew workers, and a little birdie told me that I guess the head of IATSE, someone at IATSE, the union for crew workers, they were saying that like there should be a move to like unionize YouTube productions. Mm-hmm. And they were making the analogy that HBO started in like the 80s or whatever. The first 15 years of HBO, all of their programming was non-union. Mm-hmm. For whatever reason. Just people in the entertainment industry were like, that's not a real channel.
Yeah.
And I feel like it makes you think, oh, I guess that's like YouTube right now. Like a lot of people in TV film don't take YouTube seriously.
The problem is how do you
people complain about it. I know. Yeah.
Like I think about this a lot. Yeah. Like a lot.
Uh-huh.
And I'm sure there's people much smarter than me or that have a better view of like the future of labor organizing in a digital setting. But the thing I've heard said over and over is like, even if you take like a MrBeast off YouTube, from their perspective, they're not going to lose total hours on the platform because people are just going to watch other stuff.
Yeah.
So even if you had like, because what would you have to do, right? Get like a collective of creators, I hate that word, that have enough seeming leverage.
Yeah.
Or something.
I think the way that it will probably happen is that certain channels will just of their own volition be union channels, and
Yeah,
they'll
yeah,
say all of our shows are union made, and that eventually it will be like shaming people into adopting it, and actors talking amongst themselves. Oh, you're doing something for that channel? They're not union, right?
Well, and then it would be helpful if some of the unions, and I don't blame them for not having all this figured out, but as far as I know, the only mechanism that would sort of count a YouTube person as a union person is like the SAG influencer thing.
Oh.
And almost no one I know
Yeah.
has applied for that or used it in any way, shape, or form. So I think having some type of union membership pathway for people would be nice.
Yeah.
But I think that's a good idea.
I don't know what the SAG influencer is.
I don't know. So people probably do. I know that it's a thing they came up with at some point.
Interesting.
That felt like it was more for almost like TikTok-y people that do deals. But I heard from some folks that it doesn't make a lot of sense because...
They should just have it be acting. It should just be SAG and WGA.
Yeah.
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 Just do it.
I think it would be nice if they did it. That's something someone's probably looked into this.
Yeah.
Someone's probably working on this right now.
And that's like how TV is now. There's plenty of shows that are non-union and they say like, oh, but this is like a cheap show, and our only acting scenes are like reenactments, like true crime shows. So it doesn't need to be union. We don't blah, blah, blah. So that already exists. Like when people kind of just like shut down any conversation about like media on the internet and they say, oh, but none of it's union, blah blah blah. I'm like, everything on History Channel, A&E, and
all the reality
they
stuff
were all non-union. So
but I like the idea of like starting from the level of a channel, because it's so easy to be so incredibly exploitative in digital stuff, and like people,
which is what you do with your channel.
So everything is farmed out. There's a Filipino school that I technically fund, but they're not allowed to leave. They write scripts, they make thumbnails, they edit.
That's awesome.
It's really great, and it's a way to kind of help. I make them read the Bible.
Make a difference.
I've like forced a certain version of Christianity upon them is part of what they do. But I think it's going well.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And overhead is low. And it's low. They're kids too. So the buildings, we made them all like 60% scale. So you save money that way.
Yeah.
I couldn't go in.
Right. Oh, that's really smart. That's really awesome of you.
I try my best, MrBeastification of everything. But you have to, if you want to be like good about stuff, you have to make that decision.
Yeah.
Because you can outsource everything in a really cheap way. I'm sure you get this too. I'll get like emails from like an editor who's probably someone overseas, which is fine, but like, which is great. I love all the countries. Except, but who'll be like, oh, I edit for all these people and blah, blah, blah. And like, they offer like insanely low rates and you can get weird thumbnails for really low rates, or you can get like an AI application that does it all for you or whatever. So you have to make a decision to like make less money.
Yeah.
Like I'm going to knock on fake wood, or that maybe is real. I'm like about to hire my first full-time staff member.
Ooh.
And when I've talked to some people about that, I'm not going to name names, they're like, but you could have that money.
Right.
And you could just have more like freelance people do some of those things. So you have to like decide to make less money.
Yeah.
To do that, which maybe some people don't want to do.
Do you want to talk about your movie you made?
Sure.
You made a movie and it's pretty cool, I thought.
I'm like not mad about how it turned out. Because you ever make stuff? You make a lot of stuff.
Sure, yeah.
How do you feel about it when you're like making things? Like, are you someone who approaches? I know this isn't my show. This is your show. You should be asking me the questions. Yada yada.
Sure.
However, like, do you approach stuff with a sort of like confidence and clarity when you're making a thing, or is it you get to the point and you're watching a thing you've made and you think to yourself, "Oh boy, like." What's your attitude?
Well, the stuff that I make for this show, I'm churning stuff out. I want stuff to come out every single week.
Yeah, like an assembly line.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And like the recent video I did about the detention center.
You did a great job on that, by the way. I'm not just saying it because I'm here.
Thank you.
In this room. And Elizabeth, you worked on that
too,
right?
Elizabeth filmed it.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Mary said that I wasn't allowed to like acknowledge her staff. verbally or visually. So I'm really sorry about that.
Yes, Elizabeth films most of these episodes, and she filmed. She films most of the stuff when I'm man on the streeting in California.
That was good. And your man
you.
on the street thing, I like it.
Thank you.
Is that the jacket you wear outside too, or is that just your inside jacket?
I have several jackets.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like for that, when it's stuff like that, it's just like there's a deadline. There isn't a real deadline, but I'm like, oh, I really want to get this out before it feels too late or something like that. Which is stupid. Usually I'm way too early on things.
That's an amazing problem to have.
I know. Well, that's a righteous problem, like having one full-time staff member.
Yeah. Well, that's why I mean the screen.
Oh, but yeah, so having to like release them fast. I'm not really so self-conscious about like, oh, is this any good? Because usually I'm like, oh, I'm so tired of working on this. I just want it to be out.
Yeah.
It's done. It's done.
Yeah. Well, I guess I'm the opposite of you in the way then where you get finished with things early just because you had to be a terror in school. I scheduled and sold tickets to a screening before the thing was done as a mechanism to say by this date at this time I need to arrive with a hard drive with a thing on it that can be shown to people that will hopefully not make me feel really upset and ashamed.
I think that's how you do it. Yeah, that's the best way to do it.
But it's weird when you work on something for a while, you're so in it, you lose touch with reality. So it's been really, it was nice to show that to humans and then in the week since talk to humans about it, see what people thought. Yes.
Well, the film is about people being on the internet and being alienated and being strange.
Yeah.
So I could imagine if I was fully immersed in working on a project like that, I think I would feel strange. I would feel like meta.
Yeah, no, it made me feel bad. And the thing involves, dealing with people on the internet who are combative and intense and trollish in my attempts to try to humanize or interact with some of these people or learn how to do it. And in making it and prepping for it, I spent a lot of time watching a lot of weird guys. It's mostly guys. Yeah. I'm not trying to like virtue signal here, but like all the weird.
Sure. Sorry.
Are there any like women on the internet who are just like really, I mean, there's like right wing, obviously like Candace Owens, but I'm trying to think of any like bro-y, trolly women.
Not that I know of.
Because I love all women in general.
Yes, they're all so good.
Yeah. Shout out Nancy. Is it Nancy Mace?
Yes.
You shout out Nancy Mace
Shout
in
out.
particular. Where was I going with that?
Weird guys. You were
weird
kind
guys,
of studying weird guys.
No, at various points of working on the thing, I felt kind of depressed and alienated. And I think spending a lot of time online, I recently Googled for the first time, what does depersonalization feel like? Because I don't know.
Great sign.
Yeah, that's always really good. I started a therapy session with that, and then when my therapist made a face, I was like, but like in a like a chill way.
I'm joking.
Like I'm fine.
I'm joking.
Not like hearing voices. But yeah, so I think that often what you work on a thing, and then the affect of the thing you're working on gets reproduced in you. The antidote to the thing seem to be like showing it to people and talking about people with it, because that's really nice. That's very like non-alienating. Did I answer your question you asked?
Yeah. Well, it was a pretty open-ended question.
Did you want me to go somewhere different with it?
No.
We could run it back.
I'll actually probably have to think of some more questions.
You didn't think?
No.
Who am I filling in for, by the way? I assume someone canceled, and that's why I'm here. You don't have to say the name.
No one canceled.
Like really famous?
No.
Was it like a big time?
No one canceled. I just only had one person scheduled, and I wanted to make more use of the time. And you're famous.
I really appreciate Mary for saying this, but we all know that like somehow like Mark Maron sent a text that was like, I forgot about this.
It's not true.
Cats.
It's not true.
Coffee.
It's not true. I had Christian Polanco scheduled and no one after, and I said I should book someone else.
Yeah. It's one of those things when you get asked to do something last minute. At first, you're like, oh, I'm like the last minute fill-in. But then, you're like, hey, you know what? That someone would think of me as dependable enough to know that, like, they're probably around. That's nice.
Yeah. Well, I thought you were probably streaming today. Is that true?
That is true. I was streaming
I knew
today.
you were local.
Yes, and now I'm based.
I knew you'd be nearby.
I have a new office. It's only 10 minutes that way.
There you go.
For everyone watching
well,
that
I should just
way.
have you on every episode.
Yeah, I'm around, driving around.
And I didn't write any questions because I said, oh, me and Michael, such natural banter.
But then...
Yeah, but I think we're being funny when we yawn and stuff.
Yeah.
We
normally don't banter under lights like that.
No, yeah.
How are you feeling? Thanks for plugging the movie, by the way.
Yeah.
Watch it if you guys want. How are you feeling like politically these days?
Oh my God.
We just came through this cycle of there's been all these primary elections in California and other places. So much of the national discussion was about Los Angeles.
Yeah.
How are you feeling?
I think for the past month or so, I've been like, I just want to go back to New York. Fuck this. Yeah, I feel like I got pretty tired of Los Angeles and California politics. And I think I still feel pretty steadfast in like, oh, let's just keep electing good people to local office. Let's keep talking about corporate money and keep elevating people who don't take corporate money, and we'll keep doing that because we don't have the power to get rid of Citizens United, but we do have the power to make it toxic to take corporate money, and so let's all join in and do that. And so I feel like that's a long-term goal that we all have to work on, and we won't win every election that we want, and just gotta keep on chugging.
Wow.
How are you feeling?
Oh, I hate everything right now. I feel like I don't know if like dejected is the right word, but I think the way that people talk about California politically is so wrong.
Yes.
And as someone that grew up between the Midwest and the South, I've only before I lived in California, I lived in places where it's like, oh, in California, they're doing,
Yes.
they're in their stoner polycule libertarian freaking thing or whatever.
But it's pretty conservative with pockets of progressivism.
Yeah, and even the progressivism, I think more and more seems to be like a social or personal issue progressivism.
Yes,
because people in California will be like, oh, we'll like vote for marriage equality over and over, but also we want to put homeless people in camps.
Yes.
In a way that's like pretty brazen.
Yeah.
And I think when you see the success of certain candidates in the state, and that bums me out. And then can I give a really cynical take?
Yeah, sure.
This is maybe bad. Okay, I'm going to give a cynical take.
Okay.
This little election cycle made me feel really sad and bad about like political influencers.
Yes.
And about people on the internet. And in particular, I don't love that a lot of people in Los Angeles who have become outwardly the faces of certain progressive movements, sometimes even socialist movements, are these like entertainment people?
Yeah.
Who I don't really trust.
Yeah, same.
Like, I think entertainment people should support and use their platforms in a positive way.
Yes.
But they shouldn't be like the main people, if that makes sense.
Of course.
And I think that there's, again, like a type of like aesthetics to the politics that don't feel grounded in materiality. They don't feel grounded in like working class communities, and especially in a place like LA.
Yeah.
Said as a white guy, it's not from here.
Right.
But in some of these discussions, I'm like, it's weird that all the people that are a part of XYZ organization or candidates crew or whatever are all white people. And
whites,
this is a
upper middle class people.
Yeah, this is like an incredibly diverse city where most people in LA are like working class people of color.
Yes.
And sometimes I get slightly envious about cities. I mean, maybe I'm being grass is always greener here, but I don't know. Sometimes like these like cool New York politicians.
Oh, sure.
Seem a little like cooler, a little more New Yorky, a little more
I think,
in the scene.
get this, I think it just has to do with the entertainment industry being based here.
Yeah.
I think there's
Yeah.
tiny bits of that there, but it's not distracting and depressing
Mm-hmm.
because, for instance, Zohran had like comedians and entertainers making content for
Yeah.
him and hosting events, and that's great, and they made him more popular. But the thing that actually made him popular was doing a hunger strike for taxi drivers and like actually helping out like brown, Asian immigrant neighborhoods and like all of these neighborhoods that act as voting blocks, tend to vote together. They all trusted this person and everyone knew, oh, this guy's good, and all the bodegas and restaurants have his poster in the window. Everyone knows he's a good guy. That was something that I thought was kind of stupid here in Los Angeles. I was like, why aren't any of the candidates doing that? Like, why aren't you?
Yeah.
Maybe they are and I don't see it.
Some of them were, but a lot of candidates just weren't really like outside very
Yes.
much, it seemed.
And
certain candidates.
I think some people will look at Zohran and take the wrong message and say,
Yes.
oh, look, he had some celebrities. And it's like, that's really not the thing that made him win. You need to get many people to vote for you.
Yeah, I mean, like, Hillary Clinton had a lot of good celebrities.
Sure, exactly.
Like
there you
Katy
go.
Perry. Didn't Lena Dunham did a rap song?
Yeah.
I think for Funny or Die or College Humor or something.
Okay, yeah.
People really like Lena Dunham's book.
Yeah.
I feel like I know a lot about that book, and I haven't read it. But yeah, I think that the celebrity thing doesn't play out as well. And also the thing with Zohran is like, the guy is compelling and charming. And that's another thing I found for this election cycle here in California, Los Angeles more specifically. Not a lot of riz amongst these politicians at the state and local level. Like, not a lot of people who are just compelling. You see them talk in a room and you're like, I believe stuff.
I think Angie is the only one. Angela Gonzalez Torres.
Okay, what's her office?
She's the Rizzler.
Isn't the Rizzler a small child that eats cookies?
The Rizzler. No, she came in second in her primary, so she's going to go to November. She's challenging Jimmy Gomez in District 34 for Congress. And I think she's very charming. She's like reminiscent of AOC, kind of just like a normal, charming person with a normal job who was like,
I love that.
This seems shitty. Maybe I should run.
Yeah. Well, there's like, I found, Sarah Rascon?
I don't know her.
She's in this region. She, in the runoff thing, I think got second to the DSA endorsed candidate for that Senate race. But I voted for her, and she came to my house one day, not just me in particular, but there was an evening, I forget what I was doing, and someone knocked on the door, and I was like, it's probably political canvassers. And as someone who occasionally canvasses, I try to be really nice to canvassers, probably to the point they think I'm going to be like, come in, like, let me rub your shoulders. But I opened the door and started talking to this really nice woman, and then she was like, it's me.
Oh,
I'm running for the thing. And she was just like so cool and compelling, where I was like, oh, and looked into her from there. But someone who I like, I bought it. Maybe I'm a mark, but I like, a politician should have to be kind of inspiring.
They should, even if they're tricking us and we're marks, they should be able to do that.
Yeah, like they should be good enough at that to do it. And that's what's so embarrassing when some people win or get successful and you're not even good at like talking. You're not good at convincing people. Huge
part of the job.
Yeah.
And then afterwards they'll be like, they'll try to revisionist history it. Like, no, they're such a wonk that's why they're not charming and good at talking.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's depressing to be at an age now where we've kind of lived through. I mean, you want to feel old?
Okay.
It's almost 20 years since the the housing crisis
know.
and like Occupy Wall Street and all these things that felt like they were indicative of a political sea change, and like culture got more progressive and woke, and we were talking about how capitalism is bad in all these sorts of ways. And now, like, what are we looking at now? You know, it bums me out.
I think we're still in it. I think these things are very long, and I think they're a trudge.
It's the worst part about history.
I know, but
I
I
wish
think
it was just like.
I think if you look at history and you go, oh, I guess that time did take a couple decades. It wasn't just a. I know.
But I feel like that's the era we're living in. I think people who
Yeah.
are alive and are adults right now, this is going to be a little grim. But at a large scale, I think that the best we can do is like make the soil conditions
Yeah.
as good as possible for the next generation. Because there's cool shit that I thought we were for sure getting in our lifetime. But I don't think we're going to get.
Do you think we'll get universal health care when we're old?
Well, doesn't everyone? Isn't that what Medicare is?
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah. Well, they might take that away though.
Yeah.
But I don't. That's what it's like. It feels like it's a clock in my head where
Yeah.
now, you know, I'm in my early 40s, and it's like, what's going to happen first? Me getting to Medicare age, or universal health care being a thing? And like, it's kind of a toss up, right? Sorry, I looked at Elizabeth again. I apologize. I'm ruining the professionalism that you expect
over
from your
time
guest.
we're getting more and more good people who don't take money, and we're just gonna get more and more. And you know, it would be cooler to say revolution right away, but I don't know. I think maybe over the next 20, 30 years we'll get universal health care is a realistic goal.
That's so
probably
crazy.
maybe 10 to 30.
That's just, I know, but it's so dumb.
I know.
Because they could afford it right now. Like right now we could just have it.
I know.
And we don't. But I feel like this is why we should be, sometimes I feel like we should lose our minds maybe a little bit more than we are.
Sure.
Because I agree with what you're saying. We're on the same team here. But, you know, like, it's like truly, what are we doing here?
It's political will, babe. So we need to get more good people in there, and we also need to be good neighbors and not blow off people who voted for Trump or are Republican or whatever.
I agree with
that we can
that.
try to explain to everyone, hey, we disagree on this and this, but don't you want insurance?
Yeah.
And make it more normal so that everyone can complain to their representatives. And
the Pope's good on that in the new encyclical.
Oh, I love him.
At the end, he talks about there's two things he says that I liked. And this is an explicit reference to the Pope's new encyclical, which is about technology and the human person. I genuinely think it's good. And I think you could have no interest in God or Catholicism, and 80% of it, like anyone watching this show probably fuck with it. But at the end, he talks about the disarming of language. It kind of gets into like how the way we talk and the language we use, especially about culture and politics, have been accelerated by technology to kind of mirror the reactivity of algorithms, basically, and how we got to tone that down a little bit. And then he brings up dialogue in a way where when the dialogue section started, I was kind of like, here we go. But it was less like, go take a Nazi to coffee, and more like, if we're going to have a fundamental commitment to the goodness of humanity that motivates a collective political project. He doesn't use this word, but he describes like a communisty thing.
Sure.
Not in that wheelhouse.
Don't be weirded out.
Don't be okay. Communion-centered communism, but he kind of just says we gotta remember that people are people, and I think that in a certain way, like the digitization of politics has made it very easy to just be like we're good because we agree on most stuff, but he's bad. And a total piece of shit. Yeah. And like someone could be an idiot or a fascist or like a bad person, but the sort of violence of the language around it makes it hard to think about building anything together.
It's true.
But I still don't like that one guy has the Nazi tattoo. I know I shouldn't bring up contentious stuff on this show. Sure. But that's a weird one.
Well, here's the thing. I get really frustrated at like bias in the media and like, why are you guys spending so much time on this and not this? And so I feel like Pete Hegseth has a Nazi tattoo, and there was just on Democracy Now! This week or the other week, they were covering a far right like convention, right, Elizabeth? Addie watched it.
Oh.
There was a far right convention in Portugal.
Oh, wow.
And Greg Bovino.
Oh,
the
yeah,
ice
yeah,
guy
yeah.
Who wears the
Yeah,
long
I
jacket.
saw that.
He was there.
Bad guy.
And when far right, fascism, anti-Semitism is staring us in the face, I feel like it does not get covered. And
No,
then,
it doesn't.
This guy has an unfortunate tattoo that maybe he didn't know maybe he did. I don't know. It's just the unequal coverage bothers me.
No, I agree that, yeah, I think both of those things are true. We should not be talking about that guy so much.
Yeah.
But also, I think it's okay to feel like that's a little sus.
Yes. Yeah.
And I think
I
feel like what's happened, at least in digital discourse, is you either have to be like, he is our political savior, you're a bunch of soft idiots, yada, yada. Or you have to be like, he is a Nazi.
Right, yes.
And I think, there's probably, not to third way it, but I don't know, I believe that there could be some bro-y Nazi tattoo having military guy that used to be kind of a piece of shit and got their stuff together. And, I think that's fine.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It always feel like we're in these situations then where we have to just get behind the guy they tell us is the new guy.
Michael, did you go to seminary?
No, but I studied theology.
What's that like?
I liked it. I tried to go to some seminaries and they wouldn't let me in.
Because you're too based.
I'm too based. No, I think it's because I got bad grades in college. Because unlike you who turned in things, before schedule, I didn't know that I liked school until I already did a lot of school. So there's a lot of grades on paper that would make one believe I did not want to go to school.
Sure.
And then 2 semesters where I was good at school. So I had to convince people and they did not have faith in me. But studying theology, I liked a lot. It was very fun. And I studied it at a place that was we read theology, we read literature, philosophy, kind of all of it in a way where asking theological questions wasn't just about God stuff or churchy stuff. It was a way to reflect on society as a whole. In particular, it really shaped the way I think about politics. So I really enjoyed it.
Are you going to become a preacher?
I don't think I'm going to become a preacher. I got offered a job as not a youth minister, as a ministry team leader for a college ministry thing when I finished college before I went to grad school. And I thought about doing it, and my life would be so weird if I did that.
Yeah.
And I used to do music at church sometimes.
Okay.
So I've done that. I don't think I have it in me to be a full-on preacher, though.
It would be tiring to be a preacher and a YouTuber. It would be a lot of talking.
There's a lot of YouTube preachers.
Whoa.
They're all really weird. They're not good.
Okay.
A lot of the weird Christian nationalist guys.
Gotcha.
There's one Christian nationalist who's really popular who I watched his YouTube channel once, and he had a thing about how mermaids are real, but they're and excuse my language, they're like whores sent by Satan.
Right.
To elicit
we all know
sin.
This.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't think I'd want to be a preacher. Do you want to be a preacher? Because everyone can be preachers now.
Yeah, that's true. I thought of being a nun. I emailed a place if I could. Can I be a nun?
Is that what did you just email and say, can I be a nun? What'd they say?
I forget. It was a really long time ago. I was in college, I think.
What sort of place were you in when you sent that email? What was going on?
I don't know. I guess I thought it would give me purpose.
So did you feel like you didn't have purpose at that point in your life?
Yeah, I guess so. Well, my grandpa went to seminary and my great uncle, he was a priest. He was in charge of Catholic Charities for a long time in New York. Cool. And 2 of my great aunts were nuns. So I think it was just in my brain as a
genetic longing.
Yeah, a genetic longing, but also it's Job Corps. It's if you don't know what to do, you should become a nun, and they'll put you in a school or they'll give you a job somewhere.
Yeah. So obviously you did not become
No.
a nun.
Mm-mm.
So
There's still time.
is there a cutoff?
I don't think
You
so.
can go
I think
whenever.
you can do it whenever.
Yeah. Nuns get a kind of bad rap.
Yeah, because they hit people with rulers.
Yes. My parents both went to Catholic school in the olden days.
Yeah.
And all of their experiences with nuns were getting like hit with rulers.
Yeah. I hear they're nice now.
I think they're nice. I
Yeah.
always try to talk to nuns sometimes like at airports.
Mm-hmm.
And they're always like, 2x2 like disciples.
Sure.
And it's just fun. It's like, hi, sister.
Yeah.
I don't know. They seem like they're having a nice time.
Yeah. My one aunt, she was a nun, and then she got tired of being a nun. She was like, I think I want to get married and stuff.
Yeah.
So then she left and got married. And then my other aunt, she was a nun until she died of old age. And she lived at a convent, and we'd visit the convent, and it was very cute. It was like old ladies living in dorms.
I mean, they probably do the chastity thing at this point just because who wouldn't want to? Like, if you told me, like, with the priest thing, like, oh, you get this job, we'll give you a house, you do an inspirational talk once a week, do some confessions, just like talking, doing like light therapy. There's like research sabbaticals, fly to Rome sometimes to hang out, and we pay for everything. You get retirement, and you can have love in your life.
Nice.
Yeah. So they have to say all that, but you can't,
Yeah, but I feel like they're sort of about it.
I think they are. But then also, as someone who's watching this is thinking to themselves, who is someone who's not Catholic or someone who had a very bad experience in that world, or someone who's seen recently they just watched the movie Spotlight.
Oh, yeah. Great movie.
Good movie. But they're thinking like, well, they're like wink wink in a bad way.
Yes, yeah.
And that's why there's creepy priests.
I mean if you're a nun, you should be having sex with hot babes.
Yeah, are nuns ever bad? I don't think there's any like bad.
So.
I mean, they hit you with sticks.
Yeah.
But these priests have done some pretty bad things.
Priests go to bars, hang out with people your age, and do what you need to do.
Do what you need to do, priest.
Yeah.
Go fuck.
Yeah.
Priest. Fuck adults.
If any priests
in a consensual
are watching
way.
this, please have sex with adults.
Yep.
Whenever you want. It's not a big deal.
Not a big deal. And then once you do, email whatever the email is in the description of this video. Come on the show. Mary will blur your face, and she has a new monthly series that's called Cuckolded Clergy.
Yep.
I guess that wouldn't be a cuckolded situation.
No,
I just wanted to do alliteration.
Around.
Or is there a word for P that does sex?
Huh?
Poking priest?
Yeah, I guess so.
I didn't like that, but yeah, come on the show, and Mary will talk to you about what it's like to be a priest that has sex.
Yeah, I think that would be cool.
I'd be interested in hearing those tales. Yeah, but I could see you being a nun.
Yeah, me too.
Like it's one when you said that, I wasn't like. Part of me was like, oh yeah. I was like imagining the habit and stuff, and you can pull it off.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. But my comedy is my preaching.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's really equivalent.
It honestly is.
I think you're making a big impact in the world.
Thank you.
I think
Not really.
No, I think if there's anything I've learned, it's that not only are comedians the real philosophers,
yes,
they're the real political leaders.
Yes.
They're the best activists.
Yes.
Like these are people who
we're on the front lines.
You can do it
the
all.
First Amendment.
Seriously.
Yeah.
You guys, it starts with you.
Yeah.
So I think
I wish it was like that.
I mean,
there are people like Sammy Obid, do you know him?
No.
He's cool. He posts stuff all the time, like how Josh Johnson does.
Yeah.
And so he'll have like a whole new set posted all the time, and it'll be about current events, and it'll be about the Middle East, and but very joke heavy. So it'll be about like war, but lots and lots of
like
jokes
funny war,
and
though.
digestible and kind of a good way to get your news, actually.
Okay, I want to look this person up.
So that's someone that's actually doing
Well, I
First
think
Amendment
comedians
pretty good.
can.
Yeah.
I'm someone who I like to make fun of the political pretenses
Sure, yeah.
of some comedic individuals.
Mm-hmm.
But I make that critique not because I think the comedy isn't political or can't be, but I think it like really, really is in a really important and interesting way. I think art in general is in a really important, interesting way.
Sure.
And people seem to like kind of, it's embarrassing to embrace that because everything's, so cringe, right? No one wants to say, is it not?
I feel like it's better now.
What's better now?
You don't have to worry about cringe so much.
Okay.
I think everyone is totally, como se dice, Gaza has ruined everything. And people are so pissed at like news media and corporate news for not doing a good job and not being unbiased and not giving all the information. And it's frankly behooves artists to give the information, but do it in an artistic way or a funny way so that it's digestible and people don't go, oh, that's too much.
Yeah. But then the hard thing is like, then there's in the same way we talked earlier about how if people wanted to unionize YouTube, this platform, they would have to kind of make that decision in sort of like a self-disciplined way to do that internal to their production. I think when it comes to people in comedy and entertainment speaking on politics, there has to be a level of like self-discipline to know what you know and know what you don't know. Because sometimes people with big platforms just be saying stuff.
Sure.
And it's like wrong or dumb, but they're like funny and or hot. And because they're funny and or hot, then it sounds convincing. And that's kind of the risk, is like the same way. It's kind of like how
Michael, when you're talking about this, I keep going, is he talking about this person?
I'm not saying any names until do you really want to say one? Okay. Hate that guy. Fucking hate that guy. Oh my God, he's the worst. We're not going to say it. We should let people, if they want to guess, just the worst. The worst.
Yes.
Oh.
Well, yes, because I think what you're saying is it can be kind of dangerous when someone like that is acting like an expert because they're not an expert and they might make their purported side look bad. Because people will say, what does this snob know about?
Yeah, or they kind of like convince people that things are self-evident, not to be all Thomas Jefferson about it.
Yeah.
That are not, or like...
Go Jefferson mode.
No Jefferson mode. Well, and I think this is why a thing about this election cycle, I decided I don't like the word progressive at all. I used to not mind it.
Well, because you know what it is. Progressive is people were centrist. And then people said centrists are just Republicans. So those people started saying, I'm liberal. And then people started saying, liberals are so bad, blah, blah, blah. So then those people started saying, I'm progressive.
Yeah.
And so they're just using whatever word they feel good about.
Yeah.
But they're centrist.
Yes, but people say this thing where they're like, as a progressive, whatever, in progressive politics. Yeah. And like the thing about, if you say that you're like a nationalist or whatever, I don't like it. I know what it means, even if you're like an old school Republican. But I think especially if you say like, I am a socialist, I am a democratic socialist, I'm an anarchist, I'm a communist, whatever these things are, those are words that mean things.
Yeah.
And not only do they mean things, they have like histories and literature connected to them. But when someone just says progressive, I don't know what that means.
Pretty vague.
Yeah, because
it means wanting change of any kind, like literally.
Yeah, it means they want to be like a little bit better.
Yes.
Or something.
And it's not clear, does the change you want, is it corporations coming in to save the day or what?
Yeah, it's just, so I think that's part of, and one of the problems then is I think a lot of I've used the term progressive to describe myself for people that I like before. I'm trying to not do it ever again. But the problem is it allows some people who are like, who have like Joe Biden tattoos to, think that they're on the same team with someone who maybe thinks that they're like ready to kidnap ICE agents and put them in like a pit with snakes or something.
Yes.
What
yeah.
if MrBeast redeemed himself
That would be awesome.
by the ice out challenge or something?
Oh my God.
Or like ICE agents have to like lay on top of like frozen blocks.
We should start chocolate companies and Lunchable companies so that we can start doing this kind of work.
Just like torture pranking ICE agents.
Yeah.
But all I'd say is I think that's why the progressive thing is dangerous. I think it's especially dangerous when it gets co-opted by like internet-y people or entertainment-y people. And it's also very easy to, for 60 seconds, say something that sounds compelling that then makes someone get reactive to it. But we're not, the way our culture works, we just react. We don't like think. We're not like, oh, take a second, think about this. I'm gonna read a book. We're like, no, I'm gonna repost this.
Yep.
And say, I hate my dad. This is what I believe now, or something. You know. I didn't mean to come in with this ranty energy.
That's okay. Do you label yourself as something? Leftist, anarchist, something?
I'm just a nice guy.
Nice.
No, I've struggled with this.
Yes, I kind of avoid it because I think I want like independence and libertarian types. I feel like they're so easy to get on the same page, and I don't want to go up to them saying, "Hi, I'm a leftist," because they think it means something wacky.
So I was talking to Clara Mattei, my good friend, an Italian economist, and we're eating the meatballs and all the stuff. But she makes this point in her book that, and I didn't agree with her at the time, but I think there's something to it, that she doesn't like words like communism, Marxism, socialism, because they have too much baggage.
Yes.
And is basically trying to reframe an anti-capitalist political program around an emphasis on human freedom. And that's kind of like the language that she is using to do that. Again, I get the motive of that. I'm still not totally convinced it's worth throwing away. Like, okay, so you know the movie Office Space? There's the guy named Michael Bolton. Yeah. And there's the scene where the secretary, I think, is like, why don't you change your name? And he says, why should I change my name? He's the one who sucks ass. Yeah. And sometimes it's like, why should I not just say like, oh yeah, I'm a communist? Right. Because people think that means something crazy, but it doesn't actually mean that. So why should I have to be like, oh, because Charlie Kirk convinced everyone it's bad. And then you go read Marx and he talks about how we should have a life where we can go fishing and read books and herd cattle. Right. Real things, he says, by the way. That wasn't a made up thing. But yeah, so I think like ideologically, I'm a communist. I feel like I hesitate to say that I'm communist in a practical sense because that involves a large scale political movement that kind of transcends stuff. So like more practically, I like to vote for socialist when I can. Sure. So if there's like hypothetically, if there's an election and there's a socialist and a progressive, I'm going to vote for the socialist. Yes. Because I see socialism as like a part of the journey to get us towards the main thing. I don't see progressivism as that. Yeah. That's liberal after speaking to a consultant. Yeah. They say progressive tests better. But I don't know. What if we just like normalize, even like socialism? There's a bit of like, the growth of DSA in the last decade has done this a bit, but like even just that being like a normal thing. Yeah. And I think like, because Zohran used that word quite freely, right? I think that's a good thing. Yeah. Just to say like, yeah, I'm like a socialist and I'm also just like a guy. Yeah, I guess you're right. I think I feel both ways. Like I don't want to go around saying I'm this because I don't want people to be like, I don't want to listen to her. She's this. But at the same time, I feel like we should all be trying to normalize these terms. Yeah. So that we can use them if they're helpful. There has to be some like use of language that can offer some sort of central node. It doesn't mean everyone has to agree on the thing fully, because now we're just doing nothing. Like when we're progressive, we're like, what does it mean? Yeah. Where are we heading with all this? Like there's times where I just think, and this would not be a bad thing, but I feel like the ultimate political horizon of a lot of people is like President AOC. And that is the end stage of their entire political project would be like, what if we had President AOC? And it's like, sure, that would be cool, but that doesn't change a lot of stuff. So I just wish people's political imaginations went further. And I think sometimes language helps us do that. I'm going to thread the needle back to you as a nun. This is why religion is interesting. And there's been some very important movements that are leftist, progressive, anti-capitalist fueled by religious thinking, because religion teaches people to think about like the fact that a whole other world is possible, that we can have faith that things will radically change in a way we can't even conceive of now. And all we see in our current politics is the worst freaks in the world being like, God says anything is possible, so we can just like have an all white town.
Right.
But then people on the other side don't want to be like, all things are possible in this radical way. So like healthcare, or we pay teachers money, or we don't let ICE agents murder people.
I'm just realizing that I think if I say I'm an anarchist, some people will be like,
That's a tough one.
But if I say I'm a Catholic anarchist,
way better.
I think people are like, oh, interesting.
I mean that very genuinely. If I was just talking to someone and they're like, I'm an anarchist, I would kind of be like, this guy. Yeah. But then if they're like, oh, I'm a Catholic anarchist.
It implies that you've read more.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. And like, shout out, there's like cool people who are anarchists. That's one where I'm just kind of like, I don't know, like, what are you going for? You should, is that going to be your thing now? You're a Catholic anarchist?
No.
Let Mary know in the comments if that's what you want her entire brand to be. Because then think about it this way. How many...
I kind of am, but I'm not.
How many Catholic anarchist comedians are there? That could be your whole lane.
I think maybe I am like in my tiny circle immediate world. But otherwise my politics are let's run people as Democrats and vote for them.
Well, that's like practical.
Yeah.
That makes practical sense.
Yes.
But
I love the state. I want the state to give us health insurance.
That would be nice.
So that's very not anarchist.
Well, what if we combine forces here?
Okay.
And we say that there's a way in which doing stuff at the state and local level to get better people in place is good, because then that creates better soil. I was going to say something different, but yes, soil. It creates better soil for bigger stuff, because like it's hard to plan a revolution when you can't go to the doctor. Yeah. Or you have to work 60 hours a week.
Right.
So I do, and this is because the other bad thing that's annoying is people who will be like, I can't believe, oh, you're going to vote for this person who isn't perfect, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, yeah, dog, but they might give us health care.
Yeah.
So then we could go from there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Are you worried about the governor election?
In California?
Yes, because it's a corporate Democrat who is bought by oil companies and versus a Republican. And you liked a guy who was not funded by oil companies.
I see a billionaire running, and I think that's who
I want to be like him.
That's who
I
have No, I want to, you know the reason I want to be like Tom Steyer? He's like just a cool like wife guy with his like, hippie Bay Area wife who runs like a yoga retreat. And he's just like, Kat told me my politics were bad, so I changed them for her. And I love that. Yeah. I love a man that'll just change everything. Right. For a woman. That's fellas. There are a lot of fellas watch. What are your demographics?
I think it's probably mostly fellas.
Oh, fellas. Just change for a woman, especially if they're more attractive than someone you normally hang out with. If they're smarter and funnier than someone you normally hang out with, they have a cool family. Unless they want you to be like something that's really fucked up, they're probably right. Just do it.
Gosh.
But
this was the problem with my ex.
Did they not change?
Yeah, I wanted him to go to therapy.
Yeah.
And he was like,
that one's so tough though.
I know.
Because I've been told to go to therapy before by romantic partners. And eventually I went to therapy.
It doesn't take right away.
Yeah, but when someone tells you, because then you feel like they're telling you like, I'm so good and you need to have someone fix your head. You have to work with their friends. Ladies, here's the move. If you want your man to go to therapy, endear yourself to his friends and then be like, do you ever notice that Dylan just like seems like he's crying, but he like swallows it down and doesn't say anything? Oh yeah. Oh, it's therapy. And then you make the fellas.
Yeah. Well, this was the problem, was that he was dropping his normal friends.
Ooh.
And then hanging out with people that were worse than him.
Yeah.
To look better.
Oh.
Yeah.
Strategically impressive.
Yes.
Don't love that for you.
No.
Don't love that for him.
No.
Yeah, it's tough out here. Should we start a spin-off show from the Mary Julian show that's like a dating advice call-in show where people call in and they talk about either the two things they can talk about are romance and religion.
Okay.
You can come to us with religious crises and romantic crises,
I like it.
and then we solve them.
I'm game.
Okay. But yeah, California governor's race, it sucks.
Yeah.
I think the Becerra's going to win. But like, what is...
I don't even know if he will.
I don't know.
Will he?
I think
California
so.
has had Republican governors.
Yeah, but people with Riz, Reagan, and
Right, okay.
and Schwarzenegger.
Yes, not British people.
Yeah, they're not going to vote for a British person. I think if Matthew McConaughey ran or something,
Yes.
I could have thought of a better example. But you know what I mean, like
He'd win. Yeah.
yeah, like or a Woody Harrelson, not Woody Harrelson, but something like that. But yeah, I don't know. I think the guy will win, but it's just like that's the thing. Like, is this where we've gotten in the past 20 years of getting more critical and woke in California, or we're just going to have this governor who just McDonald's and Chevron and tobacco companies paid him money to make sure stuff kind of just stays the same?
Yeah.
It's depressing.
Yeah.
And like other states have better governors.
Yeah.
We should get to have the best governor.
I know. But we're phony baloney here.
Phony baloney. I think that's why sometimes you get better governors in the Midwest.
Yes.
You
Absolutely.
know, they might get a socialist governor in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
Was it Francesca Hong? You know about her? Get her on the show.
Okay.
You should actually. I know her guy. You'd have to
Nice.
probably do it over.
Sure.
But she's doing really well in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And she's
exactly.
like a socialist woman of color, just out here doing the thing.
Back to what I was saying. It's a bunch of entertainment phonies repping the candidates here, and other states don't have. Other states people have normal jobs.
Yeah. You
and
shouldn't
have normal jobs.
Yeah.
They're not campaigning for a job, so they're like, I should try to look progressive in case anyone is casting a show and they want to cast someone who's progressive.
Yeah, the entertainment industry is so
It's
bad.
really bad.
It's so bad. Does anyone? I mean, I've probably not. I feel like I've watched most of the episodes of your show. Do you ever talk to anyone who's like feeling really good about the entertainment industry? That would be so weird.
Kidding.
I mean, I know I started to watch your most recent episode before I came here. I don't want to say which one because I don't know what order this comes out in, and it messes things up.
I think it'll be fine.
But we're out here talking about a young woman having leeches on her body.
Yeah.
For the industry. Jesus Christ.
And that was 10 years ago.
I know.
I had a meeting with this person the other day who they're like an executive. They used to work at Super Deluxe. Now they work do I have to be vague? I don't know.
I don't know. Can you say it and bleep it later? Or do you want to whisper it?
Well, this person was for a while they were like in the TV development game, and we met up. We hadn't seen each other in years, and she was like, she was very pessimistic. She was like, it's probably done for. It's probably done.
Yeah, that's the sense that I'm getting, and that's why it annoys me when I feel like people are holding on too tightly to that and not pooling whatever resources they still have to make their own stuff.
Yeah.
And one thing is, like, if you still have a foot in that world too, you can like steal resources, both kind of like figuratively or just like literally.
Sure.
You know, like I worked for a media company that went under, and at the end, I heard that because of how chaotic it was, a lot of people just stole production equipment and it didn't get caught, and then have like done stuff with it. And like that's cool.
That is cool.
There's ways to do that. There's ways to like take advantage of connections you have while you can. But come on. What do you think? We think they're gonna like make TV cool again?
No.
We're gonna make like good movies at a large scale?
No way. So yeah, this person was just like, everything's gonna be online and it's gonna be shitty for a while. Like the pay is gonna be shitty for a while until we figure that out.
I read an article today about how the internet's gonna get good again because there's more bots than humans, but because of all the bots, we'll start charging the bots. And then we'll split the money that this is real. This is a real thing. It was like a CNBC or an NBC News article about this because we officially hit the tipping point where most internet traffic is now bots. So they're figuring out how to monetize bots. I didn't know bots had money.
Yeah, this doesn't make sense.
No, but like there's like a tech guy quoted in a thing who's like, and here's how we make the internet good again for everyone. We let bots take over. We charge them. So when people in like tech and entertainment talk about how they're going to make the internet good again, I'm just like, are you though? Do you have a plan? Do you have a plan other than making stuff for bots?
No, the only plan is antitrust measures. Dang it.
Whoa.
I'm pissed.
Wow. That's why this table looks so beat up, because you're always just kind of... I will say, having the notebook out here has been a bit of a...
You like it?
Well, I did, because I was like, oh, she like ask questions.
No, I had questions for Christian Polanco.
What were the questions good?
Yeah, they're pretty good. He's an expert on sports.
Wow. Wow. Did you learn a lot about sports?
Yeah, I learned a lot about soccer and soft power and sports washing. Yeah.
Oh, that's a real thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're getting ready. Is that like the World Cup preview episode?
Yeah. He's in town for the World Cup.
That's really timely of you.
Yeah.
To have a soccer episode right now.
It's timely because my friend who works in soccer is in town right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's cool to have a friend that works in soccer.
Isn't it?
Yeah. Are they on they're on the team?
No, he's a comedian who started a podcast about soccer.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Yeah, it is fun.
Fun work if you can get. What's the podcast?
It's
Can you say
the Soccer Cooligans.
Okay. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm gonna do the thing where I pretend to know about soccer for a few weeks.
Yes.
So I definitely need some podcasts to listen to.
If you want to watch some games, let me know.
Yeah.
I love watching sports.
But I don't believe you when you said that. The way you just said it, I don't believe you. If you like watching sports enough, can I tell you something? New Yorker Mary Houlihan's here. It's an hour into a Knicks finals game, and Miss New York, Miss Tri-State area.
I have a show soon.
Where's the show at?
Fred 62.
There's a Fred 62 comedy show?
Mm-hmm.
I love that place. I was there 3 nights ago.
Yeah, there's a weekly show.
What? Are there too many comedy shows?
Nope.
I don't know. They're just like everywhere. It's like, what are we doing? Like, why does every places that shouldn't have comedy shows have comedy shows? Where have you done the Fred 62 one before?
I've been to it.
Where do they do the comedy?
There's sort of like a patio, right?
Oh, they do on the out. Okay,
yes,
that makes sense. Yeah. I don't like a comedy show that's forced upon me.
Yes.
Because now that you've said that, but if I go to like a diner and I want the no animal burger with no lettuce, no tomatoes, and sweet potato fries,
and then people bring out a PA system.
Yeah,
you're like,
I'm
on.
upset.
Yeah.
If it's music, I'm like, okay, that could be cool. I was at a bar once and they did a poetry reading and that sucked.
I'm so sorry.
It sucked. and I was friends with the poets too. But no.
You can't do that.
You get like a dirty look ordering a drink.
Right.
Because someone's like, the meadow fell upon me. And I'm just like, okay. Are you going to have dinner at Fred 62 before your show?
I might.
It's great food. This is probably really compelling. YouTube-wise, the algorithm's probably going crazy right now.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could probably clip this.
Yeah.
And then just run that.
Mm-hmm.
Is this episode sponsored?
Yeah.
Was it sponsored by?
Lockheed Martin.
Hell yeah. Can I tell you a real conundrum I have?
Mm-hmm.
I got offered a good amount of money from a YouTube sponsor. I shouldn't say this because I know I have a friend named Karen. And Karen is a YouTube host. Mm-hmm. She's really good at her job. And Karen got offered a sponsorship by a company that's not evil, but like kind of sketchy. But it's for like a lot of money, like a lot more than one would normally get for a thing. And Karen calls me, as she does. And Karen says, Michael, I don't know what I'm going to do. She kind of has like this Rosie Perez vibe. And she says, like, I could turn it down. But then she says, or I'm using that money to pay people to work with me. And what if I donated some of it to like a charity or a mutual aid fund or something? And my impulse was to say to Karen, I think if you're using that money to fairly pay a staff, something close to a union type wage.
Sure. That's
good. And then, maybe you find like a good mutual aid fund and you give a chunk of the money to that. But like, the game is the game, Karen. Then she had to go because she had to watch the Knicks.
Do you have anything to plug? Oh, plug your movie.
Oh,
Tell people where to watch it.
I made a movie. It's called Leave a Comment. By the time this comes out, you'll probably be able to watch it on Means TV, which is a worker-owned socialist streaming service, or on my Patreon, which can be accessed at burnstheory.com. I'm also doing some digital screenings of it. I don't know exactly when. And then I'm working on showing it in New York and Chicago. So if you live in one of
Nice.
those cities, I might come hang out. We could watch it, have a couple bevies, hang out.
When are you
Yeah.
going to New York?
Well, the film thing I'm not sure about.
Okay.
I just got the ball rolling on a New York event in September.
Whoa.
Not September. But I'm trying. I should have asked you. Yeah, people are giving me recommendations on some places to look into for stuff, and I
Oh,
forgot
sure.
that I'm with Miss New York
Miss New York.
herself. Yes, yes. White Rosie Perez.
You should do Littlefield.
I don't know what that
They're
means.
good.
I don't know anything about New
I'll
York.
text you options.
Yes, please. I don't know anything about New York, but yeah. And then I'm on this website as well, the website where people watch
Yes.
this. I
Mhm.
exist there, and people should also really watch the episode where you guys go to the detention center / concentration camp, because I thought that was really good work.
Thank you. Yeah, I think it's good. It's a good good mix.
Yeah.
Good tone.
When I was watching that, I was like, okay. I was
Not
like,
depressing.
no, but I felt like you were not finding a thing because you obviously have a thing. But when I was watching it, I was thinking to myself like, oh, okay. Like I saw a little bit more of like, you know, where the Houlihan vision / brand can go. So, and again, I know that anything was good because of Elizabeth's
Yes.
camera work, sound
Mhm.
work, production. Were you driving that day? Well, no, you weren't driving.
No,
There's the lady who
Listel
was driving. Oh my God, she was, yeah.
She's charming.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yeah, she had some good moments there too.
I guess I would say if I had notes. I did find myself wondering a little bit like, wait, who is this person and why are we with her now?
Okay.
There was a couple moments where I was a little bit like, wait, where are we and what's happening?
Okay.
I guess. But it was great.
Okay.
Yeah. I feel like and I really regret saying that.
I'll go back and edit it and
Don't do
re-upload.
that. Don't do that. It's perfect as it is. You were ending the show, so I'll let you end the show again.
Oh yeah. It's the end of the show, everyone. Goodbye.